Alright guys, so I found 7 habits out there that might be keeping you away from making a ton of money and that might actually be cutting your life in half, right? Now, I do want to mention that some of these habits are extreme and some people might actually have them. Some of them are moderate and then some of them are kind of like, oh, not a big deal, but I can change that, okay? Because I wanted to make sure that this video is inclusive, okay? That every single person finds something out there, basically, in these like habits that you might actually be able to change, right? Because I don't want to say like, oh my gosh, if you're like a drug addict and you're never like done alcohol or anything in your life, then you're like, oh my gosh, like none of these things relate to me. Like I'm just fine, I'm perfect. Because there's something out there that you might be doing that you don't know. So I made sure to include like most of the things that I think that most people would probably have a problem with without really knowing it, and even some of the extreme ones, right? So the first one that I want to mention, I'm going to go from like, like from normal to extreme. Well, I'm going to go from extreme to normal. How about that? Because we got to, like make sure everything is like, a little interesting, okay? Now the first one that I do want to talk about is smoking. I'm pretty sure most of you guys like thought about this, right? Smoking is one of the most expensive habits that are out there, and people that smoke are usually gonna like miss out on 10 years of their life because according to research, they lose around 10 years or die prior or before everybody else dies, but like around 10 years, okay? So it's crazy. And if you smoke a cigarette for 5 minutes, you just lost 5 minutes of your life. This is research. This is not me. I'm not a scientist. I have sources. Just check the description down below. It is going to tell you. I'm not trying to offend you. If you do smoke cigarettes, I don't want you to. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to tell you just do whatever you want to do. I don't want you to do it. It's not good for you. Stop doing it right now. And like every single thing that I do want to do some quick math, right? But before I even start doing some quick math on how much it's actually going to cost you, I do want to say a little story, right? I used to know this girl, right? I think it was in college or like high school. I don't really remember. I remember she was like a Albanian or something like that, right? And I spoke to, not that it matters, not that it matters, but I remember that I spoke to her and then she was like, she was a little overweight. She was overweight. No one actually told her anything, but she was overweight. I guess she was looking at herself and she was like, oh my God, I'm overweight. Everybody knew that. And she started chain smoking, And when I asked her, like, oh my gosh, like, what are you doing? Like, how are you losing so much weight? You looking good, you know what I'm saying? Like, she told me, like, oh, yeah, I'm just chain smoking a lot. And this is actually making me lose weight because, I used to eat a lot when I used to get emotional, but now I just smoke a cigarette. Now I'm good to go. So she replaced the habit of actually eating or like overeating with just smoking a cigarette, and then cigarettes don't have calories, they just have cancer. So she, instead of getting the calories, she just got the cancer, Not that she got cancer, I'm just making a kind of like ridiculous joke, but it is true. Like if you smoke cigarettes, you get cancer. And yeah, so she lost a whole bunch of weight, and it's just crazy the extremes that people actually take rather than just like eating healthy. Like how about you just replace that that habit of like wanting to eat with like exercise or something like that, But here's the math, right? Because I know every single one of you guys wants to know the math. Now, I was surprised to know that I didn't know anything about cigarettes and how they actually worked, okay? I didn't know the prices. I didn't know how much came in a pack. I didn't know anything. So I had to call one of my friends at a grocery store and actually gave me all the details to this stuff. Well, not a grocery store. We call them delis in New York, okay? I don't know where you live. I don't know what they call it where you live, but in New York, we call them delis, okay? Now, here's the details. A pack of smokes costs around $14 in New York, right? It comes with 20. If we divide that by 20, it means that every single cigarette costs around 70 cents. Now, I do also know, because I got some information, that they actually do sell them, like I think for $1 each or like $2 per cigarette, like over the counter, which they're not supposed to do. That's illegal, but they do that, okay? And I also learned that the average smoker smokes around 1 pack a day, a moderate smoker 2 packs a day, a heavy smoker 3 packs a day, and a chain smoker 4 packs a day. So imagine that girl smoking 4 packs of cigarettes every single day. It's absolutely crazy, all right? I don't even want to think about it. It's not healthy. It's just like, it makes me sad, honestly, okay? So this is the thing, right? I'm going to go moderate because not every single person out there has the money to sustain the habit of like spending like $50 every single day, all right? So we do 14, we times it by 2, 2 packs a day. That's $28, right? We times that by 365 because there's 365 days in a year, and we get $10,000 every single year on cigarettes. Did you know that's how much it costs to actually bring a child up in the United States of America? Yeah. So for a chain, well, for a moderate smoker, there's basically just like, raising a kid, basically, okay? And if you smoke for like 40 years, because this stuff is addictive, I might be making some like funny jokes or whatever, but this stuff is serious, it's addictive, and leads to cancer, and it takes away 10 years from your life, okay? So this is like, you do it for like 40 years. I know people have been smoking all their lives and they say like, oh, I'm fine, I don't have cancer, it doesn't matter. But in reality, you do it for 40 years, you just spent around $408,000, and they're like broke and they don't know what's going on. The only thing that's missing from their life is like all their teeth, okay? Because they think every single thing is normal, but it's awful. Don't like it, don't want you to do it. That's why I'm mentioning it, okay? Now, The second thing is something that kind of like a little bit more basic, because I kind of want to like, lower things down, not be so much seriously. But a lot of people out there have this habit of not negotiating. Now, I know that that most people in the United States don't negotiate. You give somebody a price, they buy it or they don't. They say, oh, I don't have the money. That's fine. I don't want it. Just keep it, right? But in China, if you go to China, I did like look at a lot of videos from China. They have this like entire cultural thing where bargaining is actually very good and everybody does it. And I think also in the Middle East, they do a lot of bargaining too. But in America, they don't do it. So I remember the story, right? It was all about a negotiation book that I read a long time ago, right? And he taught me that, he went into Burlington. And I didn't know you could do this at retail store. He went into Burlington and he actually negotiated a coat from the Burlington people, from the manager. And he actually negotiated it down and actually bought it for like half the price because it was coming to summer, okay? Now, remember this, right? Whenever you're negotiating, make sure you're negotiating with the person in power. You don't want to negotiate with an employee that tells you, well, I'm not in charge of like how the prices work, so you're like wasting your time. Well, can I talk to your manager? Yes. Hey, I'm the manager. What can I do for you? Well, I want to have price on this. Well, why? It's winter's coming. Summer's coming. Nobody's going to buy a coat no more. Well, all right, you can have a half price. Go, leave, all right? Just do that. Negotiate with people in power, and always make sure you're negotiating, because you might be cutting yourself out of some really good savings, okay? I negotiated phones, TVs, cameras, lights. Every single thing in my life is negotiated, okay? Every single thing in this room is negotiated, all right? So I'm very proud of that. Now, the third habit is called compulsive habits, all right? So what this means is, you might not imagine this, right? But people out there are very compulsive. You see something, you want it, you buy it. You don't really think about it, right? You see something, you want it, you buy it. You see something, you want it, you buy it. But we all know that's wrong, but there's something else that I want to talk about, right? Some people are very compulsive in the sense that if I'm talking to you and you don't like what I'm saying, you get mad, right? When you get mad, I have controls over your feelings, because I just literally just like change your entire mood. And some people go throughout their entire day having that mood for that 1 second that actually caused that mood, and they go on their entire day, ruin their entire day just because of that one moment. Now, there's all compulsive behavior. So the way you actually get around this is by actually, thinking about yourself. And I think one of the main things, right, because I used to have this compulsive behavior, like if I liked some sneakers, I would just buy it. I wouldn't even want to think about it. If I got mad at something, I would be like, oh, I'm pissed for the whole day, And what really changed me personally was like reading a lot of books. Once you read a lot of books and you have more information and you just understand how the world works, how you work as a human, then you kind of like, all right, whatever, bro. It's human behavior. You want to act like that, just act like that. I really don't care. You don't affect my life. Not a big deal. Peace, deuces. Don't want you in my life no more. All right. So that's very common, but make sure you actually get control over that. Now, the fourth or third, right? I think we're at the fourth. Now, the fourth habit that I actually found is expectations. Every single person out there, and trust me, I make a lot of videos every single day. But when I first started making videos, I had this expectation of like, oh my gosh, bro, I'm going to make this one video, and with this one video, I'm going to go viral. Yeah, it didn't happen, all right? Did not happen. But I kept making videos, and 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 I kept making videos, but I had expectations all over again, all right? So what I want to make sure you guys understand, and you guys might be telling me from your sitting habitat or whatever you are right now, might be telling me, Tommy, expectations are good, expectations are healthy, because that way you know what you want and what you don't want. That is true, but not always, right? Because if you set yourself up for expectations, then you're always thinking that the world is going to revolve around your actions, when in reality, it really doesn't. For example, I make a video every single day. I think I'm on my 100th video right now. I don't remember, okay? But I make a video every single day, and if I expect for my videos to get like 1 million views every single time, or like 1,000 views every single time, and it doesn't happen, I just let myself down, okay? You just do things because you want to do it, and you know that in the end, it's gonna happen, it's gonna work. Now, this does not mean to BS yourself and stay in a place that you don't deserve to be in. For example, if you're in an abusive relationship, if you're in a school that you don't want to do, if you're doing something that you don't want to do and you clearly don't want to do it, then just don't do it anymore. That's completely different. It's not the same example, okay? I want to make sure you guys understand that. Everything is an extreme. And if a great book for this is actually called on F yourself, like, just like the full word, like on yourself, and it's a very good book, and I recommend you guys read it. And I have even a review here on the channel to that book, and you can actually read it. And also, for all these habits that I'm talking about, there's a very awesome book. It's called The Power of the Habit. And it's one of the most powerful books ever. Like, I used to have like really bad habits. I used to play video games all the time, and I had no control over myself. And I used to basically do whatever I wanted to do whenever I wanted to do. That's very juvenile, okay? So that book actually helped me out, change a lot of my ways, and now I'm here making videos, and I'm kind of more relaxed, okay? Now, the fifth habit is called obesity, all right? Now, you might tell me, Tommy, that's kind of offensive. What do you mean obesity is a habit, is a disease? I get that, okay? But the habit that leads into obesity is the problem, right? And it's called compulsive eating and overeating. Okay. Now, I personally have never been obese, like, like super obese. Like, I've always been overweight though, except for now. Like, now I'm normal, and I've always had like ups and downs, because I never really combated the habit the right way. When I wanted to lose weight, I was just like, all right, I just go on a diet. I'll stop eating. After I got to the weight I wanted to, they'd be like, all right, I'm good to go. I'm fine. Nothing's gonna happen again. I'm just gonna control my eating. And then like 3 months later, I'm back to the same person. If you watch my first video on the channel that's public here, then you will see a completely different person that you're seeing right now, because it actually was a completely different thing, okay? And you get depressed when you're like overeating, you get a whole bunch of things. And I do want to mention a few things, right? Because everybody out there is gonna tell me, Tommy, you're being offensive, you're being this, blah, blah, blah. Listen, obesity causes heart disease, okay? There's a whole bunch of kids that have obesity. It's terrible, okay? Obesity causes heart disease, strokes, heart attacks. It cuts your life by like around 10 years also, like 5 to 20 years, I think. And it also kills over 300,000 Americans every single year. So here's my thing. If you have a problem with dieting, right? And you have a problem with overeating because your emotions are going rampant, that's fine. Okay, but the key is replacing that habit with something else. For example, if every time you get mad or emotional and you just want to like just F the entire world, then what I recommend you do is, take your ass to the gym. Take your ass to the gym, and you go every single day. Whenever you're mad, go to the gym. Whenever you feel bad, go to the gym. Whenever you feel like eating, go to the gym. Just work out. I don't mean become like an anorexic, and I don't mean like become like this like extreme person that was always at the gym. That's not what I mean. There's always a balance with things. Don't take it to the extreme, okay? But what I mean is, have a healthy lifestyle, okay? Replace those bad habits with something else, because in reality, I don't think any habit is worth 20 years of your life. I don't think any habit, you know how hard it is to do a push-up when you're overweight, bro? It's impossible. You know what I'm saying? So I remember this, right? I remember I was shooting like a music video, right? I was shooting a music video for one of my friends, and he was like, "Oh, I want you to be a prisoner." All right, I'm like, "Yo, bro, I never been to jail. What the hell are you talking about? I don't know. I don't have any information on that." He told me, "Nah, just do some push-ups and you walk around. That's it, right?" Bro, I did 10 push-ups and I was like done. I was like, all right, I'm out. Then I had to do like girl push-ups, like when you like lay down like this and you have to do this. I had to do those. I was like super embarrassed, yo. You know what I did the next day? I took my ass to the gym, bro. And this is the person that you see now. Now I can do like 30 push-ups back to back, 140 in total. You know what I mean? Like, cause now like I'm pretty good. That was super embarrassing. I don't want that to happen to me again. So yeah, and I see a whole bunch of people at the gym that are like, obese and like overweight, and it's like, damn, bro, damn, it is hard. Like, you might say like, oh, just take yourself to the gym and just work out and do this and do that. You know how hard it is to walk around with like an extra like 200 pounds on your body that don't belong there? It's hard, bro. It is hard. So if you're not there yet, protect yourself from getting there. And if you are there yet, then make sure you are doing something to stop it. I don't mean start drinking teas and laxatives and like a whole bunch of other things. I mean just do things the right way, step by step. You didn't become overweight overnight. You didn't become obese overnight, okay? And just take it step by step. Go to the gym once a day, and just like you drink smoothies and you do stuff like that. Be healthy. That's it. You lose weight every single year. That's it. Just take it easy. All right. Now, the sixth habit is actually drugs and alcohol. Okay. And I actually found out a few interesting statistics that, by the way, guys, you guys know like everything I do is like financial, right? So whenever I look at something, the easiest way to convince me is talk numbers to me, okay? Talk money, talk how much it costs me. And if it's not good in that way, I probably won't ever do it, okay? So the reason I keep myself away from drugs and stuff like that is not because I don't want to do them, okay? And it's not because of that. It's because I don't want to spend money on nonsense, all right? The reason I don't try any drugs is because I'm like, oh, look at that person. That person is like spending so much money on that stuff. I don't want to be that person. I have a very addictive personality. The last thing you know, I smoke like, next thing you know, I smoke like a cigarette, and I'm a chain smoker, and then I'm like, all right, I'm done with YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just stay away from all that stuff because I know myself and I just don't want to get involved in it, okay? So make sure, I think the story I'm trying to tell you with that is like, make sure you can justify the reason why you're doing something and why you don't do something. That's just as powerful. The reason I don't do that stuff is because I know myself. I have a very addictive personality, and I don't want to spend money on that. I'm going to feel like ish if I do it, okay? Now, when it comes to drugs and alcohol, it says that somebody drinks alcohol spends around $3,000 every single year on it, and it says someone that spends it on rum spends around $4,000, and it says that people that do like crazy stuff, I'm not even going to say it, but you know, people that do that crazy stuff, just like check the description down below. It's like awful. If you are there, then I recommend you do read that article because it's not good, you know what I'm saying, and get some help. And yeah, I think I'm gonna provide like a hotline number like in the description down below. So if you are facing any of these like crazy like bad habits, then you need to call somebody and actually talk to them. Like, it's not cool, bro. So like whatever help you need, just like get it and just like keep moving forward. The reason you don't see me crying and like being like, oh my gosh, like so subtle, is because it's a part of life, you know. Like, you know, things happen. You got there. What's important is where do you want to go from now? You know, that's all that's important. If you want to take yourself out of there, then you got to do what you got to do. If you don't, then you're making that choice too. All right. Now, the last one to kind of calm things down is a very bad habit people have is company loyalty. Now, a lot of people might disagree with me on this, might say, Tommy, you're crazy. What are you talking about? Company loyalty basically means people that stick with a bank that doesn't do anything for them. People that stick with a service that doesn't do anything for them. People that buy TVs just for the brands. People that buy anything just for the brand. Like, brand loyalty is one of the worst things ever. Because, for example, I bank with Chase. I've been banking with Chase since I was like 18, all right? I love Chase. I do everything with Chase. But if another company comes along and offers me a better deal, I'm off with another company. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I roll, okay? So what I'm saying is, to make everything like come together, is basically whatever is out there, whatever is best, and just go with what's best. Don't stick with one company, because companies, at the end of the day, you might like that one person at that bank branch, but that's just their job, you know. It's not the entire business. The entire business only really cares about the money. So don't really worry about it. Just go wherever the best prices are. Guys, my name is TommyBryson. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, go ahead and comment and like and share the video with your friends. If you know anyone that's facing any of these habits, I might make a few jokes here and there, guys, but this stuff is not funny. It's very serious. And I make jokes because, like, listen to me, right? The only way, when you live around all this stuff, the only way you can actually justify or like try to like cope with it is by trying to find some humor in it, okay? And you try to help people. Some people don't listen, and at that point, you just gotta like learn how to walk away and actually have to like and just like move on. Okay, so guys, my name is TommyBryson. So thanks for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment. If you want any other video done, just let me know in the comments down below. I'll make it the next day. I'll see you guys next time on the next video, and peace. You've got to start at the bottom.